Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, welcome to Robert Sports Show. I'm your host, Robert. Alright, GCW, I Can't Save You. The show happened Saturday night, the 21st. So it was on Fight Plus. We had Dave Prazak and Nick Manuel doing the announce team. It was out of Columbus, Ohio. So first match, we had Steph DeLander versus Maki Itoh. Now, Steph DeLander came out with her cohort, Matt Cardona. He is not the King of Death matches. He is not the reason we were here. He is not the reason we watched this stuff. He has not been carrying GCW for the last 2 years. He said all that. It is wrong. But he was at ringside with Steph DeLander, and then Nick Gage came out with Maki Itoh. It was actually an okay match. Maki Itoh, uber talented as she is. But Steph DeLander, just that heel kind of know-it-all like Matt Cardona is. She got the victory. I gave it 2.25 stars. Next up, we had the GCW Tag Team titles on the line. We had the champions, the East West Express, Jordan Oliver, who's also the JCW World Champion, and Nick Wayne, who's also the Defy World Champion. They are the GCW Tag Team of East West Express. And the Tag Team Champions went up against Joey Janela and Sawyer. This match was actually pretty good. You don't realize how good Joey Janela can be unless he's in the ring with somebody as talented as Jordan Oliver and Nick Wayne. Sawyer the same way. She's uber talented as well. It's a really good match. East West Express retained their tag titles. I give it 3.5. Got about 15 minutes. So it was a good time frame for a match like this. And 3.5 stars. Next up, we had a 6-man tag. We had Los Macizos, Ciclope, and Miedo Extremo teaming with Crazy King, going up against Caleb Konley, Chico, Suave, and Jimmy fucking Lloyd, a different boy. It was okay. I'm going to give it 2.75. It was kind of there for me. Los Macizos and Crazy King getting the victory. Next up, one of my favorite matches. One of my favorite wrestlers, Blake Christian, going up against the X Division, the Impact Wrestling X Division champion, Trey, Miguel. Anytime Blake Christian's in the ring, especially now, he's kind of got this heel persona. He won the DLC match for the #1 contender for the Game Changer Wrestling World title, and ever since he's done that, it was booed in New Jersey for a while now, and that's kind of spread throughout the GCW world. And he's just this cocky, basically he's the Bullet Club kind of guy. Just cocky, arrogant, does the crotch chops, just thinks he's all that and nobody else matters, which is cool. He's talented as hell. Going up against Trey Miguel, who's kind of the same type of character in Impact Wrestling. So this was actually a really good match. These two guys, tore it down. A great match. 3.5 star match. It would have been 3-3, except for the fact that you had Blake Christian get the X Division title, go to hit Trey Miguel with it. The referee stopped him, even though there's no DQs in Game Changer Wrestling. When the referee took the belt out, he low blowed Trey Miguel. It kind of ended funky with that 14-minute match. Now, Blake Christian got the victory again, 3.5 star. Since he beat the Impact Wrestling X Division champion, shouldn't he get an Impact X Division championship title match? I'm just saying, you beat the X champion, you should get a title match. But yeah, Blake Christian came out later on at the end of the main event as well and kind of teased that cash-in kind of thing. Next up, we had two great luchadors, Gringo Loco and Ninja Mack. Gringo Loco, we've seen him all over the place. Uber talented, one of the top luchadors. Even though he's 37 years old and been in this business 20 years, he's wrestled in AAA. He had a match against Ray Phoenix in the Ring of Honor, AAW, Defy, Demand Lucha, Dreamweaver, Ring of Honor, AAW, AAA. I thought he had Warrior Wrestling, he's big there too as well. AIW, Wrestle Pro, this is just this year, some of the stuff he's done. I thought he had a match in AEW, or in AEW. Maybe that was a Ring of Honor match I'm thinking But yeah, he's all over the place. I've watched most of these matches. I haven't watched this. Ooh. Juristico, Gringo Loco defeated Vikingo and Pentagon Jr. Yeah, we've seen a few things with him and Vikingo. I have to go check that out. It's a Triple A match. But yeah, here against Ninja Mack. Ninja Mack is literally a ninja. This dude can just do anything he wants in the ring. Match was great. Gringo Loco getting the victory. 3 3/4 star. Next up, we had... Oh, God, Matt Cardona came back out. He had a match against Cole Radrick, the Ratty Daddy. He came out earlier, the first time we talked, and said that he had a broken back. He couldn't wrestle tonight. Apparently, the doctors didn't agree with him. So he came out. He still said he had a broken back, because he's been carrying GCW all this for the last 2 years. Yeah, bullshit, dude. You ain't carrying crap here, man. Except for your fake little internet title. And so he says that he wants Cole Radrick to lay down for him so the match will be over, so he doesn't embarrass Cole Radrick. And so Radrick agreed, laid down, went to do a schoolboy roll up. We went to pin him, didn't get the pin there, of course. And then he says that because his back is broken, the only way he can wrestle is if Steph DeLander comes to ringside. So Steph DeLander comes out. Nick Gage ended up coming out to kind of have somebody in Cole Radrick's corner because Steph DeLander kept getting involved in the match. And then you have Steph DeLander standing on the outside of the ring, kind of because Gage was on the other side. Then you have Maki Itoh come out and attack her. I'm like, oh, that's awesome. So there's obviously been history with Matt Cardona and Nick Gage. Cole Radrick is a friend of Nick Gage. Maki Itoh has been hanging with Nick Gage because she got a motherfucking gang as well. She's part of the MDK gang. So yeah, this is a cluster that kind of... It was okay, but it was just a cluster. Cole Radrick ended up getting the victory, which is good. 3 1/4 star. Hopefully we get Matt Cardona and Steph DeLander versus Maki Itoh and Nick Gage sooner than later. And then next up we had the 8-man tag. Since we were in unsanctioned pro territory, we had representing GCW, the Second Gear Crew. We had one called Manders, Effy, and then teaming with Rina Yamashita, the GCW Ultraviolet Champion, against the Bang Bros, the tag team you can't Google, Austin Matthews and Davey Bang, and the Swinger. As the match started taking place, we had Jeffrey John come out and says, well, you're in my territory, my area. You're not going to have a match without me. And then we had Matthew Justice returning from injury, part of the Second Gear Crew, coming out, making it a 8-person tag team match. And then Team GCW of Second Gear Crew, one called Manders, Effy, Matthew Justice, and Rina Yamashita, defeating the Bang Bros and Jeffrey John in the Swinger. I give it 3 star. And then we had a main event with the GCW World Title on the line. We had champion Masha Slamovich going up against Mance Warner. This was hardcore. They had 3 doors in the ring at one point, chairs. It was just craziness. Mance Warner is just, he's different anyway. Masha Slamovich is just on another level of different. This match was crazy. Blood, everything. She ended up submitting him in the ropes. There's no rope breaks. Death matches. And it's almost 17 minutes. These two just fighting it out. Masha getting the victory. I gave it 3 3/4 star. It was damn good. She puts on some of the greatest matches, intergender matches like this, let alone some of the matches she has against women, because she's in 2 different companies. She's the women's champion. She did say that at Tournament of Survival 8, the winner of that, she will face at Cage of Survival 2, Atlantic City, New Jersey, on June 3rd and 4th for the GCW title. Next weekend we have GCW Lifestyle in Vegas. We have GCW versus FSW2, and then we go to the Atlantic City, the Boardwalk, for JCW After Hours 3, Tournament of Survival 8, Cage of Survival 2. So yeah, a lot of GCW happening the rest of the year. We've had a lot happening so far. Every single show this year in 2023, from 56 nights, even till Infinity's on here, 56 nights and beyond, every show has been reviewed right here on Robert Sports Show with star ratings. Probably, if I can get everything together like I want to, after we do June 25th, GCW versus New South 2 in Florence, Alabama, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. That's 9 shows from now. I might do kind of a half season, 6 months, best of, and then do another one at the end of the year. But we'll see. As always, that is I Can't Save You review of GCW. Thanks for watching Robert Sports Show, and don't just have a great day. You have a spiffy day. Robert Sports Show, your YouTube leader in sports channel content.